Good afternoon. I want to talk to you about the albums feature within our final project application. As you can see right here, I'm on a page within the application that lists all of the albums. I can navigate to an album. If the emulator would be responsive. There we go. And see that it is a publicly listed album. And in fact, I've been invited to edit this album so that I could add pictures to it if I would like. I can't delete any pictures though. Let's demonstrate how you would create an album. So we have a menu button for that. I can go here and I can give a name to this album. So I'm going to call this one demonstration. And I can control whether or not the album is private. So if an album is not private, it'll just be within the list of albums, and anyone can find it. But if the album is listed as private, it'll only show up for me, and it'll show up for users that I invite to be able to edit the album. But for this one, I'm going to make it private. And I'm also going to select an image to initially be within the album and also represent the album within the list of albums. So here we go, and I can save this album. And now if we go back to the Albums tab, you'll notice that demonstration is now in the list. Additionally, we received a push notification because an album had been created. Now if we navigate to the demonstration album, we have a couple of there's a couple things we can do. We can add pictures naturally. So we'll go here and I just want to add this picture. And voila, it shows up in the album. Now I mentioned this was a private album, so I can invite users to it. And when I open this up, we get a list of users in the system. I'm going to select Carly here. And she's now been invited. Now because Carly also installed the application on this emulator, she gets a notification. I would need two images running to demonstrate cross-device notifications. Now that we've added Carly, we can also see her in the list of invited users. We can also delete a photo from an album. Now, the only person who can delete a photo from the album is the one who created it. And so by doing a long click, we can delete a photo. And in fact, we can delete an entire album, like this. And you'll see it no longer appears in the list. So now let's go back. You'll notice that when we go to this album here, since I did not create this album with this particular user, but I was invited to this album, the only thing I can do is add. So I can add additional pictures to this album, even though I'm not the one who created it. But you'll notice the image did not show up right away. That's because it has to be approved. So to do that, we're going to navigate to a different user. This user logged in using Twitter. And I'm going to go into the messaging feature in a little more detail later. But for now, we're going to navigate to the inbox and look at this most recent notification. And so we notice we got a message from Sampainer saying, please approve this image. And we're going to approve it. And then go back to the albums. And if we look at the album now, the image should be included. So thank you very much. That demonstrates the album feature. Also, if you'll notice, we also got a push notification to the other user when the album edition was approved. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.